everyone, good morning. I'm on my way to the gym. Ooh. It was just raining. From the time it took me to, as soon as I left out the house, actually, it started raining. And now it's stopped. It's been 30 seconds. Anywho, going to the gym very late. I was up all night. So I decided that I'm just gonna say what I'm working on because, so I'm working on a coloring book. And it's actually taken a lot. Well, I knew it was gonna take a lot to create because one, I don't draw. Oh, she's walking in the rain. She didn't know it was gonna rain. I don't think people in Arizona check the weather because it'd be long anyway. What was I saying? Oh, so I don't draw that good anyway to draw different things. So basically, all but one, I think, because I had this idea a long time ago and I had an image created from that idea, and then I created 3 more images that look like that person. So all but that one are my drawings, and I have my drawings turned into coloring book pages. After I use them to create it, I put in the measurements for the size of the pages that I want. But with coloring books, they always have that outline. The ones that I've seen, they always have like an outline. And the actual coloring pages within that outline. Some of the pages that have been created do not fit within that outline. Or like this one, for example, I put 2 images together, and when I removed the background from the girl, the figure of the girl, it erased some things. So then I tried to go into the one app and like use different shapes to fix it, but I couldn't. I had to trace it basically and correct it, and I cannot trace for shit, so that took me a while. And I don't really know how to use Procreate, so that took me a while. One of the images, it didn't have like the toweling in the bathroom didn't make sense. So that one was easy. I went in and used the line shape to correct that. Had to make changes like that. One of the images, which almost took me completely out, and it's honestly still not perfect, but I don't know how I can make it any better, is a girl in the library, and the end of the page just doesn't reach. So it's like an obvious white space that just doesn't make sense. So I ended up trimming off a portion of, or copying a portion of that page that had what I needed and like attached it to the original picture, but it still wasn't right, and then lining it up, and then I tried to make the lines darker by using the line shape, and sometimes in Canva the line shape just doesn't do right. Like it was not staying perfectly straight. It was driving me crazy, quite frankly. Like, talk about losing your temper. Or it wouldn't, like, sometimes you have to zoom up really, you have to zoom in like as big as you can to make the features work correctly, because if you're zoomed out too much, for some reason it just don't do right. You don't have as much control. So when you make it big, you have a lot more control, but that still wasn't working. I was just like, and then another thing that Canva does automatically is it lines things up so that everything is even. It's like I didn't put on lotion. You know, see that? Like, what the hell? It lines things up. And it kept lining up to something that it didn't need it to be lined up to actually, and it was making it not fit the thing I was adding it to. So that was driving me absolutely crazy. need to remake this wig and stop playing. My sister's like, you got a track showing, and that's because it's not. I ran out of hair at the top, which I shouldn't have run out of hair because it's 4 bundles. Anywho. So it has started to rain again. That was quick. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I was supposed to look at something. That's why I picked up this phone. Oh. What time am I doing here tomorrow? So that was, she was nice. So she's gonna have a 2-hour time gap tomorrow, and there's no way to get an appointment in there because unless somebody else wants a shampoo blow dry. So I have to do hair at 12:30. The hard thing about trying to get a part-time job in the beauty industry is that the times that they need is the times that I need to be available. So she's looking for Thursday through Sunday. One, I like my Sundays off, but I have worked Sundays before, and I feel like a few hours on a Sunday ain't that big of a deal. I have never been inside the Starbucks because I don't drink coffee and I don't know about the little other drinks that they have. I have never been inside that Starbucks since they built it. Anywho, so she's looking for Thursday through Sunday, and you know, that's when I need to be open. I need to be available. I need to take a crochet class because I want my crochets to look like real hair. Let me save this video so I can, like that. Let's crochet. Sorry I had to do all that yawning, child. I've seen a couple of crochet classes and they are so expensive. And I don't know if I need to take the class or if I just need to practice the technique, because I know how they're doing it, but mine don't look like that. I don't know if I'm not doing it enough, if I just need to practice, or if I need additional training. I was thinking about this in the gym. Sometimes I see things that Nicki Minaj do, and I'm like, one thing in general that she just posted about, I was like, oh, she's delusional. I feel like every Sagittarius is delusional. I'm delusional. I feel like the part where you mess up at, though, is when you don't know that you're delusional. I know I'm delusional. I feel like when you're delusional, you have to know that you're delusional because it keeps you sane a little bit. Like, you're reminded, like, oh, I'm just delusional. Girl, you been delusional again. But I don't think she knows that she's delusional. And when you don't know that you're delusional, that's when it's scary. I'm so hungry. I gotta get home. All I ate was oatmeal before I went to the gym. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. I hate my pictures and videos on Instagram. I'm gonna just put it on the screen. Like, the coloring, I feel like, is so ugly, And I feel like I've complained about this before. When I was in Houston, the salon I was in was so ugly. And the lighting was so bad. And I don't know what it is. I feel like my camera is always going dark. And I can't stand that because I'll tap it to make it light. But then let me put my arm up to comb the hair. And then all of a sudden it's going dark. So then the pictures are just not bright and clear, and I can't stand that. It's very aggravating to me. I just feel like my Instagram looks dark. Like everybody got black hair, black cape. I need to get a pink cape or something. I just don't like it.